Right now I'm going to show you how to use the Hoover Cleanslate Pro, the carpet and upholstery spot cleaner. First, let's go over the machine and then we'll put it to work. So first here we have the clean water reservoir that just pulls out of place here. You can then unscrew the cap and then fill it up with your solution and water. Depending on the size of the area you're working, if you're doing a small area, fill it up to this line and add 1/2 ounce of cleaning solution. If you're doing a large area, fill it up to this line and add a full ounce of your cleaning solution. And then you go ahead and just screw the cap back on and then it snaps back into place. It does provide a nice click, letting you know that it's in place. Now we have the dirty water reservoir. It does have a push release button. Simply press that down, tilt it to the side, and then it pulls out of place. It does have the lid here that you just pull off. It doesn't have a lock or a release button. It does have this rubber gasket around it, so it does have a little bit of resistance. So go ahead and pull that off, set it aside, and then here you would be able to go ahead and empty out your dirty water. One thing of note is that it does have this plastic piece in here, so as it fills with dirty water, this will start to float, and then it covers this area here. And when it does that, the machine starts to make a different noise, and just letting you know, hey, your dirty water reservoir is full, go ahead and take care of that, then you can get back to work. You go ahead and just press it back into place. Now, one thing of note, I'll show you how to use this later. It does have the hose rinse tool. So after you're done, you want to clean out your hose. We'll use that later. Another thing of note is down here, you have these two rubber gaskets. This is the part of the vacuum, right? So this controls the suction, or it's a big part of the suction. So if you have any issues with the machine, this is the first thing you want to troubleshoot, make sure this area isn't clogged. And then after cleaning, maintenance, you want to make sure that that is clean and clear of any dirt, dust, debris, pet hair, things like that. So once you're all done there, you simply tilt it back in and press it till it clicks back into place. The power button's just this little red button right on the top here. Press it once to turn it on, press it again to turn it off. Then on the back of the machine here, you do have your power cord, which wraps around this. The nice thing is you can tilt this to the side and makes it easy for you to unravel your hose quickly. It does have the 3 prongs here, so you got your ground, your neutral, and your hot. So you will need a power source that does accommodate that. And here you have the hose, which kind of attaches. It just kind of clips in here, so it just keeps everything nice and neat. Very long hose, which makes it very convenient for cleaning things like stairs or large areas where you just need to move around some. So here, let's go over the handle piece. You do have the trigger here. You pull that, and that's where water will squirt out of the nozzle tip right there. So pull that, squirt water on your area. Then this is a 7-inch wide path tool. It's got your bristles there to scrub the area you're working here. And then up here, you've got these slots here. That's where the vacuum will suck up the water. The nice thing about this is that it does have a release, so you can actually take this apart, which makes it very convenient when you're cleaning, because you're going to get a bunch of hair and stuff that gets clogged and stuck in there. Then you can go ahead and press the trigger there to release that. And then you have your narrow path tool here. Oh, knocking things over. You got your narrow path tool here, which clips onto the top. It does cover that nozzle, but it has another area here. So when you pull that, it will spray out there. Then you can have your bristles here to scrub your area that you're working, and then you have to flip it upside down to suction. So you scrub there, you flip it upside down, and then suck up any excess water. Then that will pull off there. And then I'll quickly show you this. Once you're ready to clean it, then this snaps into place here. So what this does is it just circulates water through it. So you pull the trigger here and it'll squirt clean water up through it, and then it'll suck it in through, and that will help clear out your hose there of any dirt, dust, debris, hair that gets clogged in the machine. You want to do that after every time you clean to maintain your machine. So again, this just wraps around and just presses into place there. And then your hose attachments will always be with the machine, so it makes everything very compact and easy. So now let's go ahead and put it to work. Now let's go ahead and make a mess, and then we'll clean it up. So let's say we've got a spill here. Whoops, orange juice onto the carpet here. One of the first things that I always do is dab up any excess. So I always get it with a towel first, soak up any excess that I can. You know, whatever mess you're cleaning, you just get what you can with a towel there. Now we can go ahead and use the machine. So again, I've already filled it up with my solution here. And now we're going to get to it. So turn it on, and then I will spray it a little bit, and then we will agitate it. So that's how I would clean a mess or a fresh mess that was just made. Now, if you've got a stain that's been there for a while, you want to go ahead and spray it with some solution. Then you can turn off your machine and then just use the agitator. So when you have stains that have been there for a little bit longer, you want to make sure that you're getting some cleaner into the different fibers of the carpet or whatever you're trying to clean. Most of the time it's going to be carpet or upholstery. So you want to just work in that solution there and then agitate it a little bit, and then you can turn back on the machine and suck it up. Go over it a few times if you've got an old stain. One of the nice things is that you can use this machine to clean upholstery, car seats. As long as it's fabric and it can be cleaned, you can go ahead and use this machine to clean it. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Depending on what mess you were cleaning, then you would kind of want to scrub it a little bit. Go ahead and get that cleaner working on your material that you're trying to clean up. Then turn it on and go ahead and extract any leftover water. There you go. So now this will air dry along with the carpet that we just cleaned. When you're suctioning up water, you just want to make sure that it's not really sucking any more water up when you're going over it. And then it's not super wet, just a slightly damp to the touch when you're feeling it afterwards. At that point, you've probably sucked up as much water as you can. You could put a box fan or a fan next to it and it will just air dry. Again, you want to avoid touching it or stepping on it to add any other dirt, dust, or debris to it. So there you go. I've already showed you how you can go ahead and release the tank now at this point. We'll go ahead and take that off and then just basically clean it up there. Then, before we go here, I do want to show you the hose rinse tool. So again, it just slides onto the machine here. Make sure to cover the nozzle, and then it goes back into the vacuum piece. Now, one thing, you do want to hold it onto place here, because when you pull the trigger, it does move this nozzle, and it just adjusts how it's rested on there. So just go ahead and hold that into place. We'll turn on the machine, then we'll press and hold the trigger here, and it will rinse through the machine. There we have it. We still have a little bit of water here, so I will just run it without running any water through it just to clear out the hose. Perfect. There we go. And now everything is nice and clean. You know, just a little bit more maintenance, dumping out any leftover water and letting it air dry. You know, keeping everything as dry as possible will help it to avoid growing any bacteria or mold or anything like that. There you go. If you like DIY around the house, please feel free to like and subscribe. Again, my name is Drew. I'll see you in the next one.